Hello everyone. Welcome back for another stream. Back into TerrafirmaGreg yet again. Ugh. I know I left I think I was finishing the Pyrole 7 last time I logged off yesterday. So I think I know I left a message for myself on the clipboard, and um so I'm pretty sure it was to finish the Pyrole 7. Why did I get why did I get a quest for that? What was that quest for? Okay, yeah, finish Pyrole 7. What was that quest for? Was it in one of the... Hold on. It was this quest. Yeah, it was this quest that I got. Speaking of which, okay, wait, no. There's none for... I don't understand these quests here, to be honest. But okay. Okay, yeah, there's just no tasks for these. They just have the icons. Why did this one? This one doesn't even have a task either. I don't get why. I don't get why I got like a quest for that. These? Yeah, these ones do have tasks. Okay. Anyways. Oh, let's work on finishing that Pyrole 7. Okay, I gotta do this out in the recipe tree again. Because the recipe tree clears at the end of each session. Do I need any... I think it's all the same, right? Yeah, it's all just the same for the piston. It's gonna take me a second to get this all uh turned out to what I need it. Yes. Gear, fluid solidifier. Now the thing is, like, some of this I'm not gonna need. I technically don't really need to do because I've gotten some of the pieces already. Or are these two recipes different? They're the same. These are the same recipe. Oh, this one has annealed copper, but there's like no benefit for that. Ooh, my bit rate's low. Ooh, that's a low bit rate. Hold on. I think my bit rate's coming back. Okay. All right. We're at a full 5,000 kbs. Kbps. Okay. That was a lot of frames I dropped at the beginning there, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I've heard some reports that the internet in town isn't doing so hot today, so there's a chance that we may have to end early if my bit rate drops has those significant spikes again. If it persists throughout stream, we'll do something about it, but as of right now, I think it doesn't matter. It looks like we're back. We're steadied out, so it's not a big deal yet. Okay, machine casing, those. What else do I have down here? This pump. Gods, let's take a little bit of time. Rubber ring, rubber sheets, bronze screw. Steel fluid pipe. Oh boy. Okay. We're getting there. We're almost to the point where we're good. Oh man, that chart just updated on my not Steam, Twitch. My Twitch stream manager keeps track of stuff, and there's a big red bar in the graph right now from where we were dropping frames. Okay. I think I've got it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we made all the circuits. I'm just gonna leave these as is. Okay, let's add the cost here. I do have 2 of the circuits. I need 1 more. But I don't remember what it was we needed to make the 1 more circuit. I know we got most of the stuff. It should just be in the circuit assembly. It's probably more... No, it's not. What is it to make these things? Diodes. That's what we're gonna need. Copper wire. Yeah, we need the diodes. Diode, which was polyethylene, gallium arsenide. It's the polyethylene is what I need, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we have any more polyethylene around. Yeah, I don't think we have any more polyethylene. Oh, I guess I didn't need this drum. I already had one on me. Okay, I think we left ethylene in here. How much do I need to make polyethylene? 144 with a bucket of air. 144 with a bucket of oxygen as well. We don't have that much. Okay, how the heck did I make this stuff anyways? In the distillery, hydrocracked butane. Yeah, it's gonna be the steam cracked fuel, I'm pretty sure. Steam cracked naphtha. I think steam cracked naphtha is the one that we want the most. Yeah, severely steam cracked naphtha. Yeah, because the hydrocracking's for a couple other things. Okay, so severely steam cracked naphtha, which is just naphtha and steam in a chemical reactor on a 3. What is this? Hydrochloric acid? That sounds like something I shouldn't just leave lying around. Okay. I hate how the tooltip goes underneath EMI. I wonder if there's a way I can do that. It's only when I'm in the Greg Tech machines, though, so I'm thinking it has something to do with some kind of a thing with the Greg Tech's overlay. Okay. I got my hydrochloric acid. So what we need is naphtha and a little bit of steam. And we're gonna have to do that twice to get a bucket. Okay. And then this gets... What do I do with this stuff? It's in a distillery, right? Purely steam cracked. Yeah, on an 11? Distillery, 11. Let's make sure we get a battery in here. Oops. There. Okay, this shouldn't give us a full thing. It'll give us, yeah, 450 of ethylene. And we just find it in here and get some oxygen. A little bit of oxygen, and it is... no, I need polyethylene. Liquid polyethylene. Yeah, it's on a 1. Bucket in some oxygen, and there we go. Might as well bucket in a couple more oxygens. We need quite a bit of polyethylene, I'll be real. We have like oxygen and some other things too. Yeah, I got oxygen in the centrifuge. I got lots of oxygen lying around now. It's become a pretty common byproduct for a couple things. From a couple things, I guess. Okay, we definitely had some more frames dropped there a second ago. All right, well let's get this polyethylene. Good polyethylene. All right. I need to make them in here. I'm making diodes. Diodes are the annealed copper wire and gallium arsenide. Yeah, I've got some on me. I'll make some. Do I have more annealed copper wire? There's a. What did I do? Did I turn this into annealed copper wire? Yeah, I guess I could just turn it back into a small pile of dust, but that's about it. Nah, looks like we're good on everything else. Yeah, 4 diodes, gallium arsenide back in the hazardous vessel, and here, and then we just need the wires. I need quite a few copper wires anyways. Did I not make more? I probably should make more. I'm pretty sure medium voltage uses a lot of copper wiring. Where did I put them? Over here. No? I could have sworn we made more copper. I turned most of it into annealed copper. I think that may have been it. I don't think I have any more on me. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I didn't. I don't remember what I did with all that copper I made. But I guess we can work on getting this stuff made by the centrifuge. Thermal centrifuge really does need to finish that up for me. Let's go work on a couple other things, I guess, while we wait. I need more. I need more clothing. Is probably the big thing right now. Okay. Where is my? Got lots of jute. Honestly, as much as we can like do jute in the mixer, I kind of think it's better to just do it in barrels. It's a lot faster, I think, when you're doing like multiple barrels worth instead of just having it all in a one mixer. Okay, wait. Okay. I think I probably have close to enough. If not, I know where there's some more barrels I have. Yeah, I need one more, but I know there's a couple more barrels lying around that are filled with water. Kind of one of those things we just leave out sometimes. Realize these barrels were empty. I think all of this... Oh, I forgot I had so much clarified. I guess I just have 1 barrel of clarified sugarcane juice, but that's still quite a bit. I gotta say, it's still a pretty decent amount. When it looks like our crops are ready. I think I got rid of... I think my hoe broke. Yeah, my hoe broke. I'm gonna make myself a scythe. So yeah, let's go make a scythe. How do I make a scythe? Should be able to make a red steel one. Red steel, really high durability. Area effect 5 by 5 by 3. Fills grounds, harvest crops. It has a higher mining speed if you get the blue steel one, but I don't really think that's gonna be that big of an issue. Oh, it's just a single red steel ingot too. Okay, cool. I should make some more chocolate. Ugh, I make some more chocolate to eat. Be fun. Oh, I've still got the cocoa powder. I need to make these into cocoa butter. I think it's, yeah, you have to cook them first. My thing not update. I thought I updated you. Wait, no, I forgot. I didn't update that part. I'm talking about some stuff with stream, so don't don't worry too much about it. Let's go get this chocolate made. Once we get that made, it'll take like it'll take a while for it to dry. Powder, sugar. Okay. Bucket of milk. What we need? We could even use coconut milk if we had coconut milk. We don't have coconuts. I haven't seen any coconuts. So I don't know exactly how to get them. I think it's a Firmalife thing, so it's not even like a base TerrafirmaCraft thing. Okay, we have the last bucket of milk over here. Oh. Alright. Milk chocolate blend. Right. It came with 2 milk chocolate. Oh yeah, that's right, because these are the 2 I have to go and dry these. Yippee, chocolate! Okay. That's gonna take a little bit of time, but once it's done, we'll have chocolate. I need to make a red steel scythe. That was the other thing. Okay, let's heat this up. Actually, let's check the recipe first. Let's not even turn it on until I check the recipe. Okay, red steel scythe head, draw, bend, and punch. Draw, bend, punch. Those 2 are going to be 9. Draw is what? Minus 15? Yeah, draw is minus 15. Bend is plus 7, which would bring us down to minus 8. And punch is plus 2, which would bring us down to minus 6. Which means we need a plus 6, right? If it's going down to minus 6, we need plus 6. So 3 punches should be exactly what we need. Okay, let me grab my tongs. Just gotta wait for it to heat up now. We'll have a great red steel scythe. It'll be really cool too. Does it deal damage? Does it deal? Red steel scythe. 13 attack damage, which is much higher than our sword actually. What damage does it deal? Deal slashing damage. Might actually be better to use this as a weapon than my sword. Sword has a range of 2.5. It has a longer range than the sword. It has a slower attack speed, but I don't think there's anything that is like resistant to slashing, so I don't think it matters as much. Scythe head. 1, 2, 3. Drop and punch. Masterfully forged scythe head. Let's see how this feels when we wield it, though. I gotta go get a stick. One stick. There we go. One red steel scythe. Ah, oh, sweet. It does work with better combat. Yeah, you can see how much faster the sword is. It also has that stab. But yeah. I don't know. I think this would make a pretty good weapon. I'm going to keep my sword in here, but I'm going to keep the scythe at the front. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's replant this. There we go. Okay, we have quite a bit of this papyrus. So this papyrus is gonna be very good. We're gonna make more. We're gonna make so much paper with it, and I'm gonna have so many maps. Now we still have a lot of empty maps so far. We're gonna have to go and explore the island at some point, just so I can get a good feel for everything and get like the map filled out. I think that would be really fun. Oh, you're out of water, aren't you? Okay, let's get this thing filled back up. Where am I pulling in water? Right there will work. Okay, good. It's filling up. You know, I probably could increase the throughput if I just increase the size of those pipes. Let's see how much of this I can get. I can get a lot of paper. I got quite a bit of paper here now. And I know I have leather back here. Oh, yeah. I think we've got enough for 16. Yeah, we have enough for 16. Oh, yeah. Look at those maps. I think the Sisyphus statue actually came out pretty good. There we go. 27 empty maps. We could probably map out most of the island with that. Oh, look, we can even see the shoreline now. Have that area filled in a bit. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me be right back. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go double check something real quick. Make sure that this one thing was put away properly. So let's see. All right. I got lots of maps. Really great. It's really great that we have a lot of maps. And we can map out our whole island later. Ah, maybe that'd be a fun project. How's my copper coming along? Pretty dang good. Oh, we could take the horse out to map the island. Yeah, horse is fast. Let me up. Yeah, the horse, I think we could take out the horse to go scout the island and everything. Okay. Anymore. We got pretty close to being done here. Maybe we take the horse out like tomorrow morning or something. The map is going really well. I could even start adding like markers and whatnot. Like I could add uh banners. Ooh, you can see the outline of the dock. Okay, I think this is good. That means like if when we come back there'll be some extra stuff lying around. Probably just 2 pieces of copper or charcoal should do this. We might just need the one. But I don't want to risk it. Oh, let me make sure the mold's in properly. Yeah, no, we need the copper mold. I'm surprised we don't have more. I could have sworn I made a lot more copper, but, you know, like, we do use up quite a bit of copper, so maybe that's it. Ooh, I should check on things. But I'm kind of running a fire right now, so maybe I shouldn't check on stuff immediately. Invar Scythe. What does this have? Oh, Bane of Arthropods and Efficiency 1. Or, not arthropods, arthropods. What's an arthropod? Is that anthropogenic? Is it just people? I've been one of the things I've been doing recently, I've been brewing some tea recently. It's just black tea. You can buy like loose leaf tea. It's actually pretty crazy. I mean, I know like, you know, other countries drink a lot more tea than we do here. But like uh you can just make tea in a coffee maker. It's really funny. You just like run the tea through a coffee maker the way you would. You just get loose leaf tea, run it in a coffee maker, and bam, you got yourself tea. So I've been doing that, and I've been mixing it with like some fruit juice. Not like pure fruit juice. I guess it is nectar, so it's not like 100% fruit juice. But I've been mixing it with that and sugar, and it's been coming out pretty good. I'm gonna take this whole 16 stacks, and we're just gonna turn these all into wire. I just sworn I'd done something like this earlier. I could have sworn. It doesn't really matter too much if I have to... Oh, there's 2 diodes in here. I didn't realize I had 2 diodes in here. We did that with the red alloy. I think that's what I'm remembering. Yeah, it kind of has to be. But yeah, the tea's been pretty good. Although, made the tea a little bit too strong last time because it turns out those numbers on the side of a coffee pot don't really seem to correlate to anything in particular. You'd think they'd correlate directly into like cups, right? But like that doesn't seem to be the case because I filled the thing up to be to the like at the 8 marker. So like just the number 8. And I poured that out into my 4-cup measuring cup that I have, and it just barely like it went over the 4-cup mark a little bit, but not by a huge amount. So like it's kind of like why what's going on there? Why is it like half a cup, like 4 ounces for each mark on that thing? Like I don't get why they would do it that way. Okay. Let's see. What else do I need? I need to get this Cooper-nickel stuff figured out. Okay, so I just need 8 copper and 8 nickel. I have dust? I have enough for the dust. I have nickel dust? Oh wait, that's not how you spell nickel. I'll double check and see if there's any in the back. I doubt there is, but if there is some, it'd be better to use it. Okay. Just had some stuff that could be processed into nickel, but no actual nickel dust lying around. I need 8 and then 8 8 pieces of nickel. I have 8 pieces of nickel. Bismuth. Oh, I do. Alloy smelter. There we go. That should get a 16 Cooper nickel. Okay. More copper cape. But I already have some. Oh, let's see. Why do I need 6 of these if I only need 10 copper wire? What's the other thing that's using copper? I don't 100% know. I know we're gonna need at least one more batch of aluminum. Let's see. How much do we? 11 buckets of that. I think we get what, 6 aluminum out of each operation. We only need, you know, like 6. Uh, we only need 6 buckets worth. Go ahead and eat while we're waiting. Okay. Got a power. I'll have to fix that later. It's in there. Put some here. Where are you going? What's going on? How'd that even happen? Okay. I think it's getting to the point where sun should be coming up soon. I think I see the sun on the horizon. So let's go take care of let's go grab our horse and let's go wander around the island and try to fill out the map a bit. That'll be a fun thing to do while we're waiting. There's the horse. There you are. Okay, I guess let's take it down to the other beach first. I don't think we can really make it all just completely on horseback, because some areas are a little bit too narrow for a horse, but Yeah, see, it's just now turning daytime. Are any of these still lit? I don't think... Oh, this thing is just running off of methane. Why is this acting insufficient energy? Is the thing able to work? What's going on here? Okay, it's still mining. Oh, it's mining up. Oh, a lot of tin. Oh man, it's mining up a lot of stuff. Hold on. Let me just take a little bit of this out of this inventory space so that it doesn't get clogged up. Gold, tin, iron. Yeah, okay. Good thing I stopped by here. Is this place chunk claimed? This is not even force loaded. It's just vibing. That looks like a dangerous pit. Not gonna go over there. I do have something covered up with. There we go. Okay, horse has wandered off a little bit. It's fine. I'm taking this drum with me. It's not doing anything right now. Hey there, horsey. Don't wander off too far, man. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. I don't even remember what I had chunk loaded. I have what? I have two chunk force loaded. I think that lead one, the ones we did recently, I left force loaded, but I don't remember what it was. Hey, Gur. Yeah, see, here's the issue. That pathway's too narrow for the horse. So we can go around it. Gotta make sure we don't, like, fall off a cliff or something. Right over here. Going. Okay, good so far. Yes. This is a... It's, you know, it's a pretty big island. It's actually, yeah, the southern shore was definitely a lot closer than uh northern shore. What's my... Can I open my inventory? Lord, I wanted to see... That's okay. Let's see how many maps we have left. Yeah, I think we'll try just kind of like outlining the island to start. Let me check how many maps I got in my map. I got 22 maps left. Okay, so I think we're doing fine. Ooh, is that a peafowl? Peahen? What are you? What are you? Tell me, peafowl. Yeah. Female? Female. I hope there's no crocodiles out here. Oh, there's one. They are asleep right now though, because it is daytime and they're nocturnal. Most of the predators are nocturnal. I think there's a few exceptions. And I'm pretty sure it only refers to like when they hunt. I guess they do stay asleep during the day too. But it's mostly in reference to when they hunt. Oh, fish. It's been a while since I've really seen like freshwater fish. Okay, I'm trying to avoid any of the wetlands, any of the marsh area. Go around. making a lot of really good progress. Yeah, look at how much we've outlined so far. Well, maybe we can fill in the middle and like the edges. We could, I could have just done this with a kayak, actually. I could have just gone around it. I think we'll definitely use the kayak to come back out and like fill in some of the parts of like the wetlands area. But probably just gonna leave it like this. Make it through through horsey. Place juts out a little bit. So bongo, bogo, yeah, you're a bongo, bongo. A little more bongos. I want to fall in the water. Oh yeah, you can see this little island there over here. Peninsula. Make it. We can make it. Oh, horse, there you go. South. South, south, south. Yeah, once we get the whole map, the whole island mapped out, then we can start looking into like mapping out some of the other stuff like the mainland and whatnot. Gotta get around the trees. Oh boy. Trees. Moss. A vast, untamed wilderness. Yeah, the marshlands, it makes it a lot harder to move around. This that's probably that Pete. You know how he is. Pete Moss, you know. John Moss. Pete a man. Pete a boop. Let's go. Come on. Ooh, lemons. Make some lemonade. I don't even know if we can. I guess it's kind of just what like that lemon soup I made that one time was, right? I mean, like, I don't think we added any, like, we didn't add any sugar to it, but pretty close. You think about it. Like, it's just lemonade. It's like unsweetened lemonade. Like, I don't know. I bet if you like drink it hot, like we kind of did, because I made it into a soup, it'd probably be pretty good for like if you're sick and you got like a sore throat. That'd be pretty nice having a bowl of lemon soup. Although I hope that my character like cut the lemons, like peeled them before putting them in the because those rinds would probably be pretty bitter, right? Bum, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-da. Okay. Yeah, see, we're almost all the way around one side of the island. All night, I'm running with you. Got your back. Oh, I got you, so come on. Come on. Let's get physical. Needs a radio. Now, Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa is probably one of my favorite artists right now. Oh, you know what? While we're out here, I could probably just continue working on the dock a bit. I have a crafting table out here. If I don't, I probably should have a crafting table, so... Why is... Okay. But I do have a hitching post. I'll just hitch up my horse. Come on. But, if you ever matter, come on. Come on. Let's get physical. I'm running with you. And I know I got you. Even though there's been an uptick in people songs from like the 80s specifically. I think it's a pretty good trend. As much as I like I'm not gonna get into like any kind of thing about like, you know, oh, 80s music was just better than the music. I think a lot of recent is also really good. But I don't know. It does kind of feel like there's a lot of really good music during that time too. Maybe not more. It might just be one of those things where it's like it's easier to look at, you know, a genre that ostensibly takes up and like has already taken up an entire decade and is uh like a complete genre essentially versus like genres or like stuff that's like relatively half finished, right? Like I mean, Sabrina Carpenter only really started being famous like last year and is already like a defining character in this decade's music, as well as like Chappell Roan also got real popular like last year, so kind of hard to really say. I think the 2010s had um I think it had pretty decent pop music. I think the 2000s probably didn't have like good, what you would call good pop music, but it was like it was still really fun. Come on, I really hate. I can't see the guides while I'm, you know. I mean, it's like it's black wood, so okay, I don't know why doing blackwood slabs out in this direction. Okay, get back. Let's get back to base with our horse. Come on, buddy. Let's go back home. Alright, we gotta go check on our batteries, make sure those are filled up. If those are filled up, we can start the aluminum a bit more. Batteries, that's good. Of course, since this isn't loaded, it takes a little bit longer. Because I do start um start lotioning more again. It's starting to get dry. A little. Not the good kind of lotion. This stuff really does a whole lot for me. But it's getting dry out here. It's getting hot too. Like we kind of skipped over spring and straight into summer, it seems. Let's see. What else can I do while I wait? And the thing is, like, there's other things I could do, but most of it requires machines that I'm looking at. I could do some of the stuff with the, like, the screws and stuff, though. Do I have a brass rod? There is a chance that we have a brass rod. Or not a brass, but a, bronze. Ooh, okay, I need 3 steel rods, and that one make it so that I only have to do 1 steel rod in the roller. Bronze rod. Okay. Bronze rod. There's no need to feel down, I said. Bronze rod. Pick yourself off the ground. Because you got to bop, bop, happy. Boo, 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 boo. But fun to stay at the YMCA. Fun to stay at the YMCA. You know, there's the one of the people who was like in the village people. One of the village people. Has gotten into some controversy, I guess, somewhat recently because he said that that song wasn't about like being gay. It was just like, you know, you go to the YMCA because there's a lot of really cool amenities there. But like I think it was just the one guy who said that. And maybe for him that was true. Which I mean honestly I kinda like. I do like the different interpretations of it. I think it's kinda cool. Having both. But I do think it's a little bit off to say, or a bit of a misnomer to act like it had nothing to do with it. Okay. Where are we going? What am I doing next? Where? Who who are you people? Where am I? Are those batteries charged yet? They're probably not. I need more bronze. Yeah, I need a lot more bronze. I need to... I hope those batteries are charged. The batteries are what's kind of holding me back right now. God, one of these days, when we get the Pyrolace oven. Once I get the Pyrolace oven, we'll have everything needed to, you know, not deal with this anymore. Because I'll be able to start producing a lot more power, I think, once we get the Pyrolace oven. Pyrolace. Lease. From Final Fantasy, you know? I do like Lease. He's a interesting character. The only thing I don't like about Lise in Final Fantasy, right? If you've ever played the Final Fantasy 14, the only thing I didn't like about her is like there just wasn't a whole lot with her in the early parts of Final Fantasy 14. So then she gets like a really big role in Stormblood, and it's like, hey, cool, I'm glad that you're getting some characterization, but I feel like the narrative is trying to push me towards like us having some sort of really close bond, and we just kind of don't have that. I will say though, she's like the only character that I feel like truly understands the Warrior of Light, because for her like scene, she like challenges you to a duel, like a sparring match, and like, you know, I feel like that's probably the best way to the Warrior of Light's heart is to get into a fight into a fight with them. at least you know, because I feel like obviously you know it's the Warrior of Light is like done by the player, so you can headcanon them all you want, but the narrative really does seem to push you into the role of like really realistically just like anime protagonist, like Shonen Jump anime protagonist. I'm here, I like fight, and I like my friends, which is really fun. I like playing those kinds of characters. They're a really fun character archetype to play with. Okay. I also like how like I feel like a lot of other MMOs have kind of tried to do this because of kind of because of what Final Fantasy did, but Final Fantasy has been the only one that I feel like has been able to like truly uh represent that kind of um hey, there are consequences to just solving everything with violence. Because like other games have tried to do that a lot. I know World of Warcraft started doing storylines with that. Um, and I think it was because of the success of Final Fantasy 14 because there was a really fun and interesting period of time where uh Final Fantasy looked like it was going to pull ahead of World of Warcraft because World of Warcraft had been putting out just absolutely like trash expansions one after another. And then like World of Warcraft kind of tried to do this thing where they're like, "Ooh, we're gonna address the fact that our protagonists solve all their problems with violence," but it's like, World of Warcraft's not a very good one for that. I mean, I guess it could be. Maybe it's just like they didn't do a very good job at it because they really could be, and I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to explore with like the NPCs. But it never seems to fully come around to like the player character because they keep doing this weird thing. I mean, not weird thing. It's a narrative choice. So, and you can like sometimes it's a good choice, sometimes it's a bad choice. But I always found this interesting because it kind of like exemplifies like the difference between a lot of like Western video games and like Eastern video games. One of the really fun things, specifically RPGs, right? Because like the best example of like Western RPGs are the most like easily uh accessible. I don't know, not accessible, but like probably one of the most prominent examples of like a Western RPG is like Bethesda games. Probably Dragon Age Western. Actually, don't know. I've never played Dragon Age. It sounds good though. But like Bethesda, like Fallout and Skyrim, and I think The Witcher is also like this, but it does not support my point, so we'll ignore it. Anyways, so a lot of Western RPGs, I think it was caused by Bethesda, right? Like I don't know if it's I don't know if it's necessarily fair to say that like Bethesda is the best example of it just because I think Bethesda kind of caused this shift. Like the popularity of Oblivion and Skyrim and the Fallout games kind of caused this sort of like kind of trend and attitude, but like a lot of Western RPGs kind of like they have the idea that you're supposed to you make your own character and you can do whatever you want with them. Whereas like a lot of like JRPGs uh have the whole like you're playing a character. Like that the RPG, you're role playing a specific character instead of like role playing a character that you made yourself. And I think it's really I think they're both very interesting ways to do the stories. I think they're both valid. I don't think that there's one I would say is you can't really say like one side is objectively better than the other. They're both have um have their merits. But I going with this? Oh, that's like the difference between like World of Warcraft and uh and Final Fantasy in a lot of ways. Final Fantasy 14 and probably the other Final Fantasy games. I've not really played them. But like the big difference between those games is like World of Warcraft you have they really don't want your character to be like the main character. They're like your character is not a main character. Your character is a part like of a group of powerful characters. And it's like I like that. I think it's a pretty cool thing, but it does like kind of make it harder to do certain kinds of stories. which I think is why they've kind of pivoted to most of the stories only revolving around like the NPCs in World of Warcraft. Like Thrall and Jaina and Anduin are all off doing their thing, and the player character has kind of like been pushed a little bit off to the side because they like tried to do that thing where they had the main character be more important. People kind of hated it. It was kind of an interesting reaction, but like it's like it makes sense because it's one of the things that, like, people aren't like necessarily railing against the particular concept. Where did all my copper wire go? I put it in here. Yeah, it's in the circuit assembler. People aren't like particularly railing against the specific concept, but I think like um people just want like their games that they like to like do the things that they like. It's a really novel concept. Like it's really wild when you think about it because like it's of course it's like yeah, no duh, like obviously, but it feels like something that a lot of like big video game companies don't like seem to fully understand, is that, yeah, I mean, gamers kind of are just coming here for like more of the same. Obviously not like its entirety, but like if you have a franchise, if you have like an IP built upon a specific thing, like gamers kind of want that thing. And if you like completely change the narrative, is like a lot of people get pretty upset about that. But like Final Fantasy like started with that concept of the main character being super powerful and special in their own way, and because of that, like they can do those stories more easily and do it a little bit better. I mean, I guess the main thing is like, if you're gonna be making like a game or like any kind of IP or anything, I guess the real moral of the story is like just be yourself and don't try to copy others, and you'll find success. Because I think it's like one of those things where like I think people like, especially it's like the big video game executives, they're all like, ooh, we want a big epic story with all this stuff where the main character feels like really into it, like really a part of the world and everything. And it's like I think they tried too hard, like World of Warcraft. I think they tried too hard to just copy like what Final Fantasy did, when instead, like I think the current way they're doing things is much better than just trying to rip off Final Fantasy. Um, Although I will also say, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the current story in WoW. It's all right. It's definitely better than it's been in other expansions. I mean, like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like Shadowlands was like a great narrative or something. Shadowlands was rough. Shadowlands is a and like you have to think that like they're like shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of things. Like, man, it's not like Shadowlands could like it's not like they couldn't have done something fun with that expansion. The lore had like it had a good base. Like, we're going to the lands of the dead, like where people go when they die. What is that gonna do? And the end result was not really a whole lot. I think was the big issue. They went into this huge like cosmological story, like, ooh, we're going into, this is the place where people go when they pass on, and like this is like the fundamental forces that like built the universe and everything. And it's like, oh wow, that's quite a pretty high power scale you've got there. Is there are there going to be like wide-reaching ramifications for this? And it's like, well, I mean, kind of, but probably not as much as you expected. I am glad that they didn't completely ignore it. And I do think partially it's because like everybody online was like, yeah, this stuff is, they're just gonna try to forget Shadowlands as much as they can. But like they've at least been trying to make it make sense. So I guess good on them for that. It's just weird. It's weird. It's like, it's they just didn't commit. I say one of the crazy things about World of Warcraft, and it's fun, But it explains why there's such a disconnect between like the players and what's going on in the game, or at least not maybe not all the players, the old school players, which like I'm in that group. Uh, the old school players feel a little bit disconnected because like realistically, World of Warcraft's like leaned into this like shonen anime esque style of writing, which like you can give like a lot of criticisms of that if you really want to, but like um I think it's fun. I think like if you just don't take it too seriously, right? Like Goku wins and like Naruto and Goku and what guy from My Hero Academia, Deku, or like guy from Demon Slayer, Tanjiro, they just win because like at the end of the day it's just a story about like the power of friendship and whatever, and like helping each other out or something, or maybe sometimes it's just a fun story about two really powerful guys beating each other up. And honestly, it's much more fun if you engage with that kind of stuff in that way. I think the only issue is like there's been so many writers for World of Warcraft over the years that like I don't think people understand the current vision as much. But hey, it's all fun and games. I mean, it's literally a game, so like I don't know, I don't know what you're expecting here. But that being said, it looks like we are at an hour into stream. Welcome, welcome everyone who is here and watching and loving hearing my video game analysis. I will be real with you. I do spend a lot of time doing media analysis here. Kind of one of my favorite things to do while we hang out. It gives me some stuff to talk about while we're waiting for cables to get jacketed and whatnot. It has been an hour into stream. Thank you all for being here. If you're new here, I go for 4 hours, so we have 3 hours left in stream. Don't feel pressured to stay for that long. You don't have to, but like you want to stay, hang out for another 3 hours. Sure. But if you haven't hit that follow button, that's a fun button to click because it helps out the channel a lot. And we're like 3 people away from my follower goal of 20. So it'll be real exciting once we hit that. You know. Okay. I've almost got most of what I need done. Very close. Very, very close to being finished here. Let me take that rubber back. Okay. 2 more ingots of aluminum into the extractor. Okay. Can I not? The extractor needs to be upgraded to medium voltage before I can turn it into liquid aluminum. That is quite unfortunate. We only need it to make the aluminum small geared, but like I'm pretty sure it's much more difficult. Yeah, it takes 2 aluminum ingots to make a small gear if we don't use the extractor. But seeing as we don't have access to that, I guess that's just going to be what we're going to have to deal with. The only issue is it's going to take us 4 ingots. We only have 3. So let's get our batteries charging again. Where'd I put them? They're probably still in the machine. Okay. It kind of sucks that we have to spend some extra aluminum like that, but it could be worse. It kind of makes sense that it would take a medium voltage extractor to do that kind of an operation. Okay, I need a normal fluid steel pipe, which I can do with what we have. Okay. Bronze rotor. We're gonna need 4 ingots of bronze for that. I'm out of copper. Cringe. I'm out of. Man, do I have? Actually, you know what? I bet I have ingots, don't I? I should have enough ingots. Yeah, I just don't have the dust. It would have been nice if I had the dust, but okay. Alloy smelter. There we go. And it just takes 4 ingots to make 1 rotor. Yeah, because this will get us 556 or 570. Oh, come on. Can't run 2 machines at once yet, though. Still haven't gotten the amps up. Woe befall me, woe upon me, a plague upon my house, that I do not have enough energy to run more than 1 machine at a time. Barely even have enough to run 1 at a time, if it's drained. Come on, you can make it. There we go. Fluid solidifier and rotor. Go, 1 bronze rotor coming up. Okay, I should be able to make that on my own. Yeah. Bronze rotor. And 1 pump screwdriver for that, though. There we go. 1 medium voltage electric pump. Hey, how's it going, GMD? How is it going? Welcome back to the stream. What is this? Polyethylene. I love polyethylene. I should probably make the machine hull. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can put this in the assembler. Did I turn you on? I did not turn you back on. Whoa. Whoa. Woe be me. Where is my polyethylene? Where do I put everything? Okay, put that in there, and there we go. 1 medium voltage hull. Getting my own mod pack for the next project after finishing the DDSS quest book. Sounds like fun. I've put thought into making my own mod pack at some point. The only thing that really stops me is it's kind of difficult to it takes a lot of work, I guess, is the main thing. It's a pretty big commitment making your own mod pack, especially if you want it to be as good as, like, you know, a lot of the, like, standard mod packs are nowadays. But it's really fun. I never really I made mod packs back in the day, back before we had things like quest books and whatnot, when it was just like slapping a bunch of mods into a game and calling it a day. But with the quest book stuff nowadays, man, that stuff's wild. I'm always impressed by the amount of commitment people put into their mod packs. All right, I just need to wait for those batteries to charge. Bleh. Maybe I'll work on some of the marble stuff. Put up some. I'll put some stuff up for the thing, you know, the thing that I'm doing. I'm gonna do marble, or do I do diorite? Marble. Because the issue with the marble is, like, I don't like the way the chiseled marble bricks look. What does diorite look like? See, I do kind of like the looks of polished diorite. I already am using some of it in the build itself. Maybe that would be a good idea. Yeah, I mean, don't I have some polished diorite? Yeah, I've got some. I'm gonna take I'll take this with me, and we'll see if I like it enough. Yeah, I mean, I can vibe with this. I should probably do I should probably do the thing where I fill the bottom with dirt. I also kind of want to see if this smooth diorite causes cave-ins. I don't know if it does or not. I don't think it does. Okay, dirt. Let's grab some dirt. A little bit of dirt as a snack. Oops. Not where I wanted to put that. Okay, what if I did like that? Maybe a little bit bigger, right? Do like a 3-block wide corner. Where are my other... My other bits would be like right here, right? So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. So something like that would be like the corners of the first building. Yeah, and then we can do like 1, 3, 3, and you can kind of see how it'll like go into the other part we already have outlined. All right, now I just need to kind of think about... I need to think about a couple things. So first of all, let's get the corner chunks outlined. Or at least until I start running out of this stuff. Horror Sky Block Pack sounds like fun. I haven't played too many of the horror mods. I know there's a lot of the horror mods kind of seem like standalone things is the big issue. Is a lot of them seem like they're just trying to do their own little thing. I've seen a couple of them though. There's definitely I've seen some like maybe not like actual horror mods, but I've seen some pretty crazy mods that are what is it? There's a steampunk mod pack that I play sometimes, and it has a lot of really crazy things in it. I just know there's like things outside my base called dissidents, and they don't like me, and they have really weird icons on the minimap, and I don't like them either. I don't like what they've got going on. I don't appreciate them being outside my base. But the game does come with since it's a steampunk mod pack, it does come with guns. So I mean, like that's a little bit of a saving grace is that you can just shoot them. I need more diorite. Oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, what version are you planning on making your mod pack as? I know there's been a lot of I mean they just added the creaking into Minecraft in the newer versions. So like that kind of sounds like a fun that's already like mild horror elements into it. 20 point. Yeah, that's one of the best, honestly. I'll be real with you. That's one of the best versions in my opinion. Now I'm gonna go check and see if this marble. Does the marble look better than the Does the smooth marble look better than the diorite, or am I gonna go insane? No, it looks like the same. It's just the diorite has a little bit more character, I think. But maybe we could just put like smooth marble on top of the diorite. That'd be a fun little juxtaposition. Or not even really a juxtaposition, more just like a transition. Yeah, it's really interesting how Minecraft has kind of always had a bit of like a horror subgenre to it. A lot of it coming from like, you know, obviously the old creepypastas. Did I use up all my diorite for that? There's no way. There's no way. Wait, okay. There's diorite cobble. It's not going to help me. I really hope that wasn't my last piece of diorite. I need to like set those. I need to set some diorite or like the raw blocks aside so that I can't accidentally use them all up. But oh no, that probably was my last piece of diorite. Where did I even get that stuff? Ah, heck. I'm gonna have to go back and find to go find more raw diorite because we can only make raw diorite with raw diorite, unfortunately. Unless I can find where I have some just hidden. I wouldn't be surprised if I had some hidden away, but that's unfortunate that I did that. I could have sworn I made a whole bunch of it too. Like, I don't think the amount that I laid down was the amount that I had made. these. You're kidding. There's gotta be some diorite around here somewhere. Maybe it's just in one of these. Aha! There is a bunch of raw diorite in here. Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad we didn't accidentally waste all of it or something. Oh yeah, I got this chocolate. I'll save that. That's a snack for later. Where'd all my bowls go? Where did all my bowls go? They're on the ground. Okay. And back on. Me. Oh wait, no, this isn't the right spot. It's back here. 3. 3 and 3. Put up some of my stuff, I guess. I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I only have enough to continue. I need more dirt. Nice. I'm liking the way the statue came out. Okay, I need some more dirt. Maybe put up some of this other junk that I have, and be able to finish with the rest of that stuff. That in there. Okay. Stop. Okay. I hope those batteries are charged by now. Nope, not fully charged. Go grab some more dirt then and finish out some more of this building stuff. I put up some of this stuff. That. Hold on. Ugh, okay. Actually, hold on one more second. I'm gonna turn on a fan in here. It's hot in here. Might have something to do with me being like a pretty enclosed space with a decently beefy computer running at pretty hot. The computer it takes up quite a bit of resources on the GPU to be running something like Minecraft and streaming it at the same time. I mean, I'm technically like rendering the same thing like 3 times, and it can get it gets a little spicy. Okay, I need a I need dirt. That's what I need. Oh man, I made this chili the other day, a couple days ago. It's been pretty good, but I need to learn to make less when I make chili because there's too much of it. I need to finish it before I can really like start on something else though. I don't want to have to like cook something else and then let the food I already made go to waste. Okay, we actually need more diorite as well. Yeah, let's go grab another stack of diorite. I think by the time we're done with this, those batteries will probably be charged enough. But one of these things that I've been getting these recently. They're from Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart too often if I can avoid it. But they have these bags of meatballs. They're like Angus meatballs, right? Like that's what they say at least. I don't know exactly how they're really all that different from normal balls. I mean, presumably they're made out of Angus beef, but like I don't know. They do taste better than the normal ones, so there's that. But the Angus, I get those Angus meatballs, and I've just been like taking them. I cook them in some broth, kind of. I mean, I use that better than bouillon stuff. You get in the jar, and you just like cook that, and cook it in that with some water, and cook the meatballs in there, and they come out pretty good. Now, the crazy part, what I kind of found is like actually uh, a pretty good combination. Wasn't expecting, right? Is that you cook the meatballs up like that, and they actually taste pretty dang good in ramen, right? Get a pack of the beef flavored ramen and put meatballs in your ramen. You wouldn't think that it would be that good, but it is pretty good. So I'm looking forward to that because I got some of those. I got some of the. I got some of the meatballs recently, and I'm looking forward to eating those with some ramen later. Okay, the best one is like the Shin ramen. That's my favorite of like the like prepackaged ramen stuff. Shin ramen, Shin black specifically with the bone broth. Kind of expensive though. It's like $2 a pack, but like honestly, you get a lot more noodles out of the $2 pack of Shin ramen than you do a lot of other ramen brands. So it's still kind of worth it because you get so much. God, I should have gotten some more of the Shin ramen though. I only have like top ramen at this point. All right, let's get a little bit more nitrogen. Do I have more nitrogen? No, I don't. But I know where I can get some. All right, I'm gonna let that finish. We only need like the one bucket of nitrogen because I think there's 5 buckets in there. It can do 6, but I think it's probably fine because I think it probably already has a recipe loaded, which means it's waiting to process a bucket of nitrogen anyways. But I just kind of don't want to like I don't want it to run out while it's running. It's just a shame that these operations take so long. 80 seconds for a single operation is quite a bit. I guess we're just centrifuging air. Like 10 buckets of air is about as much as I guess not even about. It's literally as much as will fit into a barrel. The drum holds more, but the barrel only holds 10 buckets. So we're putting a barrel of air in here, which is kind of kind of interesting when you think about it. Like it's kind of crazy that we have to have the gas collected anyways. Wouldn't the centrifuge just kind of fill up with air? Maybe it's like slightly more condensed air or something. Or it could just be filtered air, like cleaned of like particles, like dust. All right, bucket that in. Okay, we should be good for another batch. All right, how much do you got? 30 seconds per operation. All right, I'm gonna let that go while I figure out some other stuff. Cause I know we need making the small gears actually isn't that hard. I have the stuff to make the small gears, but I also needed this stuff to make something else. Uh, Hammer and wire cutters. There we go. The issue is that recipe uses up 2 ingots instead of 3, or not 3, instead of 1, like it does if you had the fluid solidifier. But we don't have one that's a high enough tier to do that yet. So, All right, and then half of these go into a plate, and half of these go into the roller. Bent. 2 plates. Go. Okay, so we should be good now. 2 medium voltage electric pistons, 1 pyrolyse oven. Bam. There we go. So that should have us... Yeah, we just finished this one here. Oh, okay. Now, the thing is, making the heart of the pyrolyse oven doesn't really do anything for it. There's other stuff we need. There's a lot of other stuff we actually need to build this thing. So... Yeah, because this is what we need. We need this multi-block structure. Now, the thing is, we can use the ultra low voltage versions of all these things. We don't need to use the higher tier, which is why it's probably not going to be that big of a deal to make these things or to get this thing running. Okay, let's see. All right, I just got to figure out how we're going to kind of configure this thing. So the idea with this Pyrolyse oven, Pyrolyse, is that it's going to take logs from here, right? Because if we check the recipes that this thing can do, right there, charcoal, we're taking 16 logs and turning it into 20 charcoal and a bucket of wood tar. Now, the wood tar gets distilled into benzene. That's the end result is what we need. Is benzene. Because that's going to power our generator. You have a bunch of stuff. What kind of stuff you got? So benzene is the end goal product, which then needs to be sent off to our generators. Wood tar, we can also use an extractor on wood tar or on charcoal to get even more wood tar. So I'm thinking, because if you look at the pyrolyse oven, we can have we'll have input here into the back. We're gonna need output for fluid, probably going off to the side, so it can go into the distillers. Output for items gotta go out probably forward, so that it can go to an extractor and then into the distiller. And then I think that's kind of it. We don't really need to input fluids in this thing. I don't know if this thing needs all of the hatches. I might try making it without, just to see. We do need to find where we're going to put the power input, though. We'll probably plug the power in at the side in the back. Yeah. Okay, I know these things do need to be low voltage, though, because otherwise it will attempt to do something else. They'll explode if I don't put in enough. So let's see. We need energy hatch. So we need the low voltage energy hatch, which these aren't too hard to make. Basically the same things we've been doing. Low voltage coils, probably the more difficult part. Okay, we need the energy hatch. That's gonna take us... Man, we're gonna need a lot of steel for this. Although, actually, a lot of it's gonna be wrought iron, since we're gonna do ultra low voltage for a few things. Okay, 5 aluminum in here. Where do I have more steel? Where's my steel over here? 8. 8 is enough for 1, but we're gonna have to make more. So I'm gonna need to take the batteries and charge those again. Okay, but we also need to do things, so I can't have this thing charging constantly. let's see. Yeah. Okay. These can be turned into a hull with hammer, or is it wrench? Pretty sure it's wrench. Yeah. Machine casing. And those. Put that chocolate back up. We need more polyethylene. Yeah, it's gonna be one of the big things. Just making lots of polyethylene. We can make polyethylene fairly easily though. Fairly kind of easy. I mean, I don't know. I'm running out of naphtha, I'll be real with you. What is it? Naphtha and steam? Oh, I need steam crack. Naphtha. Naphtha. I keep forgetting it. It is probably pronounced naphtha, considering it's got the pH in it. Steam. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yippee, steam cracked naphtha. I love whatever process this is. It gives me polyethylene. I don't fully understand. I don't fully understand the science behind it, but I kind of wish the mod pack gave like explanations for what you're doing. Yeah, it kind of does, but I wish it gave like in-depth stuff. Ooh, okay, there's a list of things. Whisperwoods, the Watching Nightmare. Let's see. Palehound. I don't think I'm not very familiar with a lot of those mods because I tend to not play a lot of I tend to not play a lot of horror mods. I mean, I am sort of familiar with SCP stuff, not enough to recognize any of the numbers and what the different is it naphtha? Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I've been I keep wanting to pronounce it naphtha, but it's naphtha because it has the pH in it. It's not the naphtha. Yeah. It's a bit of an awkward word to say. Ethylene. Jolene. Why don't I just process the rest? Wait, I already did process the naphtha. I think the thing is like I'm the whole processing thing for the fuel and oil and stuff is it's pretty involved. I feel like you can easily get it automated once you get to that point, but it's very involved process. I'm sure it would help I understood what was going on. Okay, let's put oxygen generous. I think I remember hearing of the Weeping Angels one. I'm pretty sure I saw a I'm pretty sure I'm fairly sure that the polyethylene. I'm pretty sure that that steampunk mod pack I had that I play sometimes. I'm pretty sure that one has that Weeping Angels mod pack or mod, and that's why there's weird boogans, weird guys that want to eat my flesh or something. I don't know exactly what they're planning on doing, but I really don't trust them on principle. Let's see. Oxygen. Tell me the oxygen. Because of how much of a degenerate I am. With the ox, obviously. I have trash tapes in music. Polyethylene. More polyethylene for the polyethylene throne. Okay. polyethylene throne is just like, what? It's like a plastic lawn chair, right? Realistically, that's what a polyethylene throne would be. Fine steel wire. Why would you make me do this? 3, put it on a 3. I just need more. Dude, batteries need to charge. All right, we'll charge the batteries. I'll go work on that building I'm working on. Oh, me, oh my. Oh. Tech exploration and magic mods. Nice. Sounds like a lot of fun. Do you know anything about Cube.js? That is the that's probably one of the biggest mods for doing that kind of stuff. I've had to do some stuff with Cube.js when I was working with this mod pack in particular. I've had to do some custom recipes. I have my own custom recipes I've added to this pack just because there were a couple ones that I felt like needed better recipes, or like maybe one of the recipes was broken. There were a couple like that where a recipe was broken and I fixed it myself. Okay, I need the interior parts of this. I don't want to just do I don't want to just do hickory. Hickory would be a really good one, but like I don't want to do that. I also should I do diorite along the whole bottom edges, or should I do something else? Probably not diorite along the bottom edges. Maybe we do a different rock, right? Um Diacite actually does look pretty good, but Gabbro. Let's see. Do I have conglomerate? Conglomerate's actually a really nice looking rock too. What about that claystone? Claystone? Nah, I'm not feeling claystone. Or chert. Or granite. Rhyolite might be a good one. We have so much rhyolite lying around. Although we'd be using raw rhyolite to do this. I could do bricks though. I could do some rhyolite bricks. Let's go gather some rhyolite bricks and see how that looks there. Let's see. Oh, rhyolite. The rocks have gotten a little bit out of control. Yeah, there's some. Okay, just opening things for fun now. Do 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 do. Done. But you know, if you ever need any help with Cube.js stuff, I might be able to help a little bit. I'll be real with you. Cube.js has really bad documentation. I feel it is a little confusing trying to do anything with that mod pack or mod pack, that mod, because like there's just not a whole lot of stuff for it. Wait, why am I doing this? I don't need this part. How am I liking this so far? I think it's all right. I think it's a bit much though. It's a bit too much of a contrast, right? Yeah, I'm thinking it's too much of a contrast, which means the um like conglomerate is gonna be even worse. Maybe we should go with like a diacite. It's possible we could go with andesite as well, but I don't know. This is only gonna be for like the bottom layer. I'm not gonna do rocks all the way up, so not gonna do stone bricks. We're gonna do some wood. I actually have some fun stuff for that. But I think the rhyolite is too much of a contrast between the diorite. The diorite. It is I. Yo. Oh, I'm dropping frames, am I? No? Well, my frames are back if I was dropping frames. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel like I had diacite at some point. Do I not have diacite? If I don't have diacite, I can just do andesite. Hey, Pero. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I got that pyrolyse oven I was working on that can get me benzene eventually. I think we just have andesite. I don't think I have diacite, but diacite and andesite, especially for the bricks. Like, which one of these? Gabbro. This is diacite, and this is andesite. The difference is very, very small. let's try out some of these andesite bricks, and I'll see if I like these more. The sun's setting though. It's gonna be harder to get a feel for what I like when the lighting's lower. Oops, put that there. I like this more. We'll see how it looks in the daylight, but let me go check on those batteries that I was charging. Yeah, I need to charge my battery so I can make some more steel. I need to swap out the nitrogen for oxygen too, now that I think about it. How are my batteries going? Halfway full. Not good enough. I'll take that. I probably pick up more nitrogen from the centrifuge anyways. Nitrogen. I should find something to do with all that hydrogen I have lying around. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, whoa. Okay. So, put in the wrought iron. I'll take this aluminum dust out. I think I need more wrought iron. I'll just some more. I think we're gonna be good on wrought iron stuff. Most of this is gonna need ultra low voltage. It's just the not that arc furnace. It's just a few things that we have that needs steel. But the rest of the materials for this pyrolyse oven does not use a whole lot. Because I can do ultra low voltage for like these blocks here and like the hatches and everything, so I think it's gonna work out pretty good. But I do need these copper nickel coils. Probably gonna take quite a bit of copper. I should probably get to work on some of that, but I think we're fine. It's always just the eternal quest for steel. That's it. We're always chasing that steel. I may get some oxygen. I need more oxygen. Put this dust up in here. Steel. Okay. Drum. Wish it would stop. I guess I should probably turn off the auto output on this thing. Okay. Can I disable, allow, auto, disable? Okay. I don't think it matters. As long as it's not auto outputting, I guess. Oxygen, 16 buckets almost. Okay, I can take the oxygen now, or the hydrogen. What do I do with hydrogen? I know hydrogen's gonna be useful at some point. Where did my drum go? Is it down here again? It is. What even can I do with hydrogen? Well, you know, I asked that question, but I feel like the answer is just a lot. I feel like realistically, hydrogen is something that you can do a lot with. Okay, steel, ingots. What number do I have to put this on? It does not require a number. Yeah, it does not require a number. Nice. How's my batteries doing? Still waiting? Yeah. Okay. I think andesite bricks are gonna be the one. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I change the pillars. Pillars. Side thingies. Maybe diorite's not the right choice. Because I want it to look like, I don't want it to be too different. But it does seem to be doing fine. I think it works. Sort of. Maybe I did want something aside from diorite for the corners. Because like if I did rhyolite, Riolite, Rio, Ryu, right? From is Ryu from Street Fighter. I like there's a person online who does it's the Ryu number, which is how many degrees of separation is this character from Ryu from Street Fighter. And it gets pretty crazy because it's like there's actually a lot of like Ryu's appeared in a lot of media, and Ryu's also like the kind of character that appears in uh things that are like have a lot of like people in them, like a lot of people from different media. Like I mean Ryu appeared in Smash, so like that did a lot for the Ryu numbers, right? Like anybody who's in Smash Bros has a Ryu number of 1 because they're in Smash Bros. So like they're related because they both appear in that game. Okay, this is looking a lot better. I like the rhyolite with the andesite. I think this works pretty well. I'll wait until the sun comes up to finalize that idea. But then like of course you have like people who people who appear in games that are in Smash Bros but don't they themselves appear in Smash Bros have will have like pretty high Ryu numbers. They'll have like Ryu number of 2. It's kind of funny. I love crossover games. They're one of my favorite genres of games is just what if we just took all of these guys and put them in a game together? You know, like Minecraft Steve has a Ryu number of 1 because Minecraft Steve is also in Smash Bros. Absolutely ridiculous character in that game too. He's there's just really strong character, which I guess makes sense considering it was the last one that was added. They have one of those tendencies to make uh newer characters be a lot stronger. Yep, yep. Here we go. All right. I'm waiting for the sun to come up and for my batteries to charge. What did I leave over here? Does this have sulfur in it? Or is this just I think this is sulfur, right? I think at some point it was sulfur. We have lots of amethyst though, and quartzite. Really? We have? Oh wait, no, that's quartzite dust. That means there's a quartzite layer underneath here. Iron, sphalerite, pyrite, copper, 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 copper. Actually, I can just check my ore prospector. Ooh, actually, this thing got the entire area mined out, didn't it? So I could. Oh, well, there's a couple things left. Probably not worth going too far into. Okay. Yeah. See, I think I like this more. Like, the rhyolite does not contrast as much with the andesite. You can tell the difference at night when the light level is lower, but yeah, see, like, you can see it, but especially when the light is on the walls, it's harder to see. So I think I'm going to swap out this diorite that I placed down for some rhyolite. I hear things moving. I think there's stuff underneath the ground here. Like, I think there's a open area where mobs appear to be spawning underneath where I'm building. I don't like hearing the guys underneath. I don't like hearing the guys in the basement. I think they should go home. Go to someone else's home. This is my home. Okay. So, let's go check on the batteries. I need more steel. Batteries? Okay, batteries almost done. We'll wait a second for these to finish charging. I'm glad I made the turbochargers. The turbocharger really does charge it faster. Somehow. I think. Yeah, maybe I might be wrong about that. I'll be real. I could just it could just be, I don't know, some sort of confirmation bias or something. There we go. 4 batteries. 4 batteries into the thing. The thing here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, sweet child of mine. Whoa, whoa. Wow. Isn't it crazy that Microsoft owns Crash Bandicoot now? Isn't that a wild thing? Microsoft also owns Candy Crush. Isn't that interesting? I guess they own Spyro too. See, this is the thing. Like, this is why I say Microsoft needs to bring back Heroes of the Storm so I can play as Master Chief and Spyro in the same game, and Crash Bandicoot. Honestly, Crash Bandicoot would be the funniest thing to play in a MOBA. Nope, I dropped some frames there for a second, but it's okay. I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. I'm here. I'm here for you guys. Let's see. What was I doing? What was I? Where was I going? I guess I need more. I need the low voltage energy. Hutch. Hutch. I don't know. There's lots of stuff going on. No, I was talking about um Microsoft owns a lot of things. When they acquired Activision Blizzard, they got a bunch of like IPs. Like Microsoft owns Crash Bandicoot now and Spyro and what else did act I mean they also own Candy Crush. Oop, I'm dropping frames. Hold on. We'll wait a second. Why is my wait, I think I'm back. Nope. Wait. I think I'm back. Oh, nope. Oh. All right. I think I'm back. Hi everyone. I think my bitrate stabilized now. Give me a second. Let me check the stream manager and everything, make sure everything's going good. Yeah. Looks like I'm back now. Let me turn down a couple things. I don't. What? No, don't give me. Hold. Okay. All right. I don't know why that doesn't work that way. Okay, hi, I'm back. Hi, everyone. Yeah, sorry about that. Something's been going on with the internet today. I think they might be working on the lines. They do that a lot. They've been doing a lot to try and update the infrastructure, and as you can see, it's probably needed considering stuff like this happens fairly often. Okay, but it looks like we're back. I'm back up to a stable bit rate, so now I think we can continue on with what we were doing. Yeah, okay. Everything's stable. Hi everyone. Welcome me back. I'm back. Yeah, so like we were talking about, yeah. Microsoft they bought out Blizzard a while ago. Um God, I don't remember what year they did that. I know they like made an announcement to buy Blizzard back. It was before 2020. And they had some pushback on it, but ultimately the whole thing went through. And so um Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard now. So Microsoft owns Call of Duty. Microsoft owns because Activision owned PopCap Games, so Microsoft owns Candy Crush. They own Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, which for some reason were Activision properties. I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they were like Activision properties because I think they bought those and then did those remasters of the old games. Um, but yeah, so one of the things with that, Blizzard had a game that they had out for a little bit called Heroes of the Storm, which was a MOBA. It was like League of Legends. It was a MOBA that just had a bunch of different characters from different Blizzard properties in it, right? So like you had people from World of Warcraft, you had people from uh what's it called? Yeah, World of Warcraft, you had Diablo, you had StarCraft. And they had a bunch of characters from all those games. So you had like Jim Raynor fighting Arthas, which was hilarious when you really think about it. But they had all that, and then because Microsoft bought them, it like so the game died out, by the way. Heroes of the Storm kind of died out. Like it's still technically it's a game you can play, but like nobody does. So it's effectively a dead game, right? Now I really liked Heroes of the Storm. I thought it was a really good MOBA. It was better than any other MOBA I had played. So I thought it was like better than League of Legends, like by quite a bit. I guess there were some parts of League of Legends. Sometimes League of Legends was pretty good, but I thought Heroes of the Storm was better. But one of the big things that people were excited for when Activision got bought out was that Activision getting bought out means that maybe Heroes of the Storm has a chance of getting brought back, and with Microsoft owning the property now, they could do their own MOBA with all their various IPs and whatnot that they've collected over the years. So they could legitimately do a game where you had like Master Chief and a Doom guy too, because the wait no not Doom guy. Hold on, no Doom guy is Bethesda. Did they buy Bethesda? Was that a thing? Who owns who owns Bethesda? Hold on, I gotta look that up. Hold on. Bethesda games. Who are they owned by? They're a subsidiary. Bethesda Softworks. Wikipedia. Bethesda Game Studios. Company type. Division. Parent company. Bethesda Softworks. Parent company. ZeniMax. No, Bethesda did not get bought by Microsoft. I could have sworn they tried to at some point. I don't I don't know where I'm remembering that from, but I could have sworn they tried to at some point, but they do not currently own Bethesda. But if they did, that would be funny. But anyway, so like you could have like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and Arthas and Rainer and Master Chief, all these people thrown together in the same game if you wanted to, because they're all kind of owned by the same people now. Let's see. Yeah, Doom is Bethesda. I could have sworn that Microsoft bought Bethesda, but I was wrong. It may have just been that they tried to buy them at some point. I know that it may also be that like because Doom was originally owned by someone else, I think, and then I think Bethesda bought them because I think it was well they didn't buy them, but I think they merged with ID Software. Maybe that was it, and I think that may have been what I was thinking of. All right, where? Oh, where? Where? Oh, where? What do I need? I need more. I need more steel. Again, I need more steel. I don't think we need much more steel after this, though, because most of it's going to be non-steel stuff that we make. On. Why is it? There we go. But yeah. So I don't know. It'd be fun if Heroes of the Storm came back, but I'm not really holding my breath for it. Uh, they also I don't know. It's a shame because it was a good game. It was a very good game. Oh, look at that. We're at 2 hours in. I wish I could have done this earlier because I know we had some more people in chat earlier. Seems like I got a real big uptick of viewers right as my internet was going out, which is interesting. Um, but we're halfway through stream now. Anybody who's new here, we go for 4 hours. So at the 2 hour mark, we're halfway through. Welcome to everyone. If you are watching and you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you give that button a click. It really helps out the channel. And we are 3 away from our follower goal of 20. Let's see. I am looking for Rhyolite. Oh, I've got some smooth wire Rhyolite here already. This one. This one is what I'll take. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'm really liking the andesite and the rhyolite here, so we're going to outline this. Yeah, gotta wait for those batteries to charge again so I can make some more steel. The unfortunate result of this mod pack, the unfortunate you just need so much steel. I feel like that's a big thing with a lot of mod packs that go very tech based. It's always steel. Some other resources I tend to not care about as much. And we actually have quite a bit of iron, but I have to process that into steel, and I just need a little bit more. Need a little bit more. A little bit more steel. Give me more steel. I'm gonna have to cut down these causing problems. Okay. I don't know if we'll change out the diorite that's in this like courtyard area with the statue, but we might. Actually, probably would be a pretty good idea because like the diorite, the rhyolite matches a little bit better with the limestone, I think. Oh, wait, there is one other thing. Hold on, I just remembered there's something I gotta take care of. I'll be gone like 30 seconds max. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to move something into the fridge. I just remembered that I had left it out there because I like finished up while the I finished it up while we were having those technical difficulties, but I had left it kind of sitting there because it had to cool down, and I was like, oh man, it's probably cool enough now. So I had to take care of that. I think I have exactly enough rhyolite to finish out this area. Okay, there we go. I'll just need some andesite bricks. We'll probably have to make up some of that. I need to make up some more concrete. I need to figure out what I'm going to do for the floors in here, though. Maybe we'll do concrete. Concrete floors? Concrete is fun, and I do like concrete. That's concrete, baby. Yeah, speaking of concrete. Probably should make some concrete. Some concrete. I want some light gray concrete for the outside. See, here's the issue with this concrete. Oh, wait, I think I know what I can do. Wait. No. See, the issue with this concrete, it takes a bucket of water in the chemical bath for this, which like isn't the worst. I could fill up a drum and get enough to do 32 blocks, but it's kind of crazy how much water is needed for this. Yeah, we just do mixer, sand, and gravel with some light gray dye. Let's put you in this vessel. Let's go get some sand and gravel. Now, I'm pretty sure I can make most sands now, right? As long as I can make like white sand is the big one. Yeah, right. White sand is yeah, white gravel, so diorite. Black sand's probably like black gravel. Yeah, okay. This is the thing. We can make like all kinds of sand now. We have the technology. We can get infinite sand, infinite gravel. So it kind of doesn't really matter exactly what kinds I use. Where is my light gray dye? There you are. And it is closed. All right, so let's take this with us. Man, I can't believe we've dropped like 7% of frames this entire stream. I've dropped a lot of frames. 35,000 frames have been dropped since the beginning of this stream, which, considering what this runs at, like, what? Does this run at 60 FPS? What does my stream run at? I can check. Never mind, I can't. Not in this menu. I'm sure I'll look at another menu. Let's see. What was I? Mixer is what I needed. I'm gonna turn this off for a little bit. Concrete. Concrete. Stop. Stop. Yeah. There's no special thing for it. And my barrel of dye. Why are you not? Why aren't you going? Light gray. Concrete powder. Kinetic mixer. Sand. Gravel. You can even use the gravel that has ore in it, which I feel like would be a bad idea. Any kind of sand, any kind of gravel. Light gray dye. What am I doing wrong? Light gray dye. Light gray dye. Sand. Oh, that's gravel. Sand. Yeah, green sand, any kind of gravel. Huh. Gotta be something I've gotta be doing something wrong. Turned on. Unless it needs like... Hmm. Why won't you make my gravel for me? I want gravel, or concrete. I want concrete. What what is going on here? Light gray concrete powder. Did I... Are you still... You're turned off. That's the thing. It's turned off, so it's... It doesn't even use that much power to do this operation. It's only 7 EU per tick. Do I need to swap you around? Hmm. Unless it's a different kind. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Okay. Because it's Greg Tech light gray dye and not TerrafirmaCraft light gray dye. That would be the issue and why the liquids look different. Oh man, I do not know enough Cube.js to change that recipe, but should be able to take... I can make aggregate. I think aggregate is just sand and gravel, right? Because I can do concrete powder. I can do it in the sealed barrel. And aggregate... Oh no. I'm gonna mix concrete powder with lye or lime. Okay. I think I need to add it to my list of things to do with Cube.js. I could probably figure out... I could figure out how to do this pretty easily, right? Hold on. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, let me let my cat out real quick, actually. Okay, so the issue currently is that we have a recipe that just doesn't work the way I want it to. And that's no good. That's no bueno. Um, all right. I don't know if the mixer and the kinetic mixer, I don't think they count as separate entities in this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to. I don't want to have to, but I must. Must, because I want my concrete. All right. Coding adventure. Quick coding adventure. We're at two and a half hours in. And if this takes me more than half an hour. So for those of you in the audience that are into coding and learning how to do stuff with Cube.js, we're gonna work on that here in a bit. Okay. Don't rain. Rain will kill everything that's here. Rain's gonna catch stuff on fire. Stop raining. Hold on. Let me do something else too. Hold on. There's a game rule. There's a couple things. I realize you can do daylight cycle. False. Slash game rule. Weather. Wait, do weather? Weather cycle. False. Time set noon. Okay. So time shouldn't move anymore now that I have that set up. Okay. Okay. So a couple things we need to figure out. First of all, get rid of all this junk. get rid of it. Just don't even. Just get rid of it. It's all gone. We're getting rid of it. Oops, drop that one. Okay. So I need to know how to make concrete. I need light gray dye. Light gray with an A. Dye. Okay, so I can get a bucket of each of these. Turn on my EMI. Cheating. Light gray dye, light gray dye. So here's how we gotta do things. So first of all, slash cube.js hand. So this gets me what I'm currently holding in my hand. Okay, so it tells me the fluid, TFC light gray dye. And this one is GTCEU light gray dye. Need to look up something. I know some of this is going to get covered up by my UI stuff, but but bear with me. Oh god, cube.js. Right, yeah, what's that one? A couple different websites you can find that help with some of this. Okay, I just got to figure out. Okay, watch this. I gotta get my thing. I gotta get my stuff pulled up so that you guys can see it. Edit, not edit. I need to do folder. Minecraft. Cube.js. Where is it? There it is. Samson. There it is. Okay. All right, let me get this pulled up on stream real quick. It is window capture. Okay. I need it to do the whole thing. You can see it now though. I know you can see it now. I'll just I'll just put it in here. You can slightly see me at the bottom. Okay, look. Okay. This is the stuff I've done for the for some stuff. I can remove my deprecated changes, right? I don't need the tags. Yeah, this was just here for a bit, but I don't need this. We can remove these. I have backups if I truly need it. Do I have any deprecated things in here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I need to get rid of this. And then yeah, okay. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to do another GTCU recipe. So event dot recipes dot GTCEU dot. I just gotta look up what these machines are called in the code. Rock breaker. Gotta look up mixer. No matching documents. What do I need? Not the assembler. Can I look up recipe type? I think we're removing recipe. Let's see. Creation. Custom machines is not what I'm looking at. I wish I could like look up the exact. I guess I could just like take a guess. Like it's probably just called a mixer, right? The Uh. Hmm. Okay. Not exactly. Not exactly what we're looking for. Okay. Wait. Builders, material builders, wrappers. That's the issue, is like things are just not super duper documented when it comes to things. Events. Hmm. Registry events. Mixer. Hardly know her. Okay. I'm just gonna wing it. We're just gonna assume that this thing is called a mixer in in that. I think if I minimize this, you guys get, yeah, you can see back into my Minecraft. Um Actually, let's try, let me grab a mixer. No, not like that though. Hold on, how do I, okay, I have one. I have two. So CubeJS hand, I guess it is just called a mixer. I don't, the thing is, I don't know if it's going to differentiate between like a kinetic mixer and a normal mixer. I don't think it is. I think for like as far as, I think as far as the, like as far as the recipes go, it's not going to differentiate. So mixer, I don't know why it requires a string in here. I don't know if I can just do an empty string. I'm gonna try just doing an empty string. Um, item in item inputs. Okay, I need to update. I need to do tags though, right? Because let's do dies. See, the issue is like there's no tag system. I don't think for the Oh wait, maybe there is. Wait, I might hold on. Let me show you guys. This might actually be much easier to fix than I thought. Look. Okay, you see when we looked at the CubeJS tags earlier? See, here's the light gray dye, right? Light gray dye, TFC light gray dye. Here's all the tags. TFC dyes, all that stuff. But you see here, the GTC EU, the GregTech fluid, has an extra tag, Forge Light Gray Dye. I wonder if we add the TFC Light Gray Dye to the Forge Light Gray Dye tag, maybe that'll just fix the recipe. So if I go into here, event.add Forge, oops, I need the open parenthesis. I just need the parentheses in general. Light underscore gray underscore dye. Should be the right thing. Light underscore gray underscore dye. And it's forge. Okay, so this is what we're adding it to. We're adding this, and I want to add TFC colon light underscore gray underscore dye. TFC colon light underscore gray underscore dye. Okay. I'm going to save that. I'm going to get rid of this because we didn't even do anything with it. So let's not bother. Save that. Now, if I come back in here and do /reload, the recipe should get reloaded. Okay, reloaded CubeJS with no errors. Okay, give it a second. So if I look up concrete, and I check the powder. Whoops, I want to check the recipe. Okay. Well. It might not be tagged, but that was half of what we needed to do. Let me put a mixer down here and slap some batteries in it. And why are you? Oh, sandy loam. Gravel. And yeah, I've got the dyes. So I put these in here. The TerrafirmaCraft. Okay, it's not working. Now, does this one work? Yeah, see, that one works. Using the light gray dye from Greg Tech works. I'm gonna break you. Yeah, I broke it. I get rid of this. Sand. Give me sand. Sand. Okay. So, we've confirmed that doesn't help. So let's try adding in the recipe. Recipes.gtceu.mixer. It needs a string, but I don't know if it needs like a full string. So item inputs. Let me double check. There's a special way you have to format this. And I don't quite remember off the top of my head how it is. It is input stack. Okay, I see how it is. It is like this. Item inputs. Okay. Item inputs. We do 4. No, it needs to be a string. 4x. Let's see. What are the things we need? We need sand and gravel, right? So what do these count as? Sand and gravel. It's probably just forge slash sand or gravel. So this is forge gravel and forge sand. And for concrete, it's 4 sand, 4 gravel. Is that just Minecraft sand? I guess forge sand probably is more accurate. I need to make my new test default world because the flood started right at my tent base and it did not break my bed. Dang. Well, setbacks, you know, a minor setback. A minor setback. Let's see. What do you mean the flood? Is it one of those ones where the water rises the longer the world exists? Because those are really cool. I really like those. Okay. So forge. Is it just why is this the sand tagged Minecraft sand? It is. It is just tagged Minecraft sand. I guess we'll just go with that. 4x uh Minecraft sand. Four X forge gravel. I don't know why it's I guess Minecraft doesn't have different kinds of gravel, does it? It only has the one type of gravel as opposed to having there's at least 2 types of sand in Minecraft. All right, input fluids. Fluid.of forge. I don't like doing the double quotes. I like doing the single quotes. Forge light gray. Oops. Die. And that is going to need what is it? 200 and 122 is it 144? Hold on. Okay. 144 millibuckets. Oh, the flood from Halo. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. 144. And then we do dot item output. It is just Minecraft like light gray powder, isn't it? Light gray. Give me those. How do I do cube.js hand Minecraft light underscore gray underscore concrete underscore powder. Nice. How many do I get out of that recipe though? It's 8 of them, right? Yeah, 8. Okay. 8x Minecraft light underscore gray underscore concrete powder. Okay. And then I need the duration and the EU per tick. I guess in a normal mixer, it is a little bit different in a normal mixer. Oh, you guys can't see that. Hold on. I gotta remember I gotta minimize that in order to get rid of it. Recipe. So it's different between the kinetic mixer and the normal mixer. Actually, it's not. Right? Yeah, it is. The duration is different. Duration in what units are the duration in? Not telling me. It is not. Why are you not telling me the duration? What unit is the duration in? Is it milliseconds? Is it seconds? Is it ticks? Okay. Sure. Sure. Duration 10 seconds. We'll see. I'll just put a 10 in. I think it's in seconds. I don't know. We'll put 10 and we'll see how that goes. Dot EUT the EU per tick on it. The mixer, it's 7. It's 7 EU per tick. It's actually for both of them. It's the same. Okay. All right. If I did this right, then if I reload cube.js, oh, hold on. Let me get you guys back to where you can see it. Okay, if I reload cube.js, we might get the recipe. It'll either give me an error or it won't. Okay. So now if I check this, give it a second to reload the recipes and everything. Oh! 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 Okay, I think that kicked me out of the world. All right. Did I save? Did I save properly? What is going on here? What's the world? What's the world doing? This is why we do this in the creative world and not in my actual world. Why are we taking so long to save the world? There was barely anything about this world. Hello? Why is my... Why? Oh, why? Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what? This needed to have a... This needed a hash in front of it anyways. Why is it still... Hold on, you guys can't see that. Hold on. hold on. why are we here? Why are you frozen? Okay. What? Wait. Kill the Minecraft. Okay. Let's relaunch Minecraft then. All right, so whatever I did may have caused a couple of problems. There may have been a few small minor issues with whatever I just did. And that may be why why the game crashed. Did I we can look at Cube.js while I'm loading this. So like look. It could be because of this empty string here. It could be. It could possibly be that. But let's see what happens when I load up my creative world. I am not touching my main world while this is messing up. Okay, running the world. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if this. There we go. Okay, I've got an error. Cube.js errors server character in namespace location of forge light gray dye. Character in namespace. Character in namespace. This is in events.recipes. This is not really giving me a line. Not really giving me a line number, so it's got to be this. Yeah, that may have been that is the right name for it though, right? Check. CubeJ slash CubeJS hand. It is. This isn't added right. This is supposed to get the tag. Let's see. What's up, Pharaoh? I'm messing around with code at this point. I'm trying to fix a recipe, but I'm not doing a very good job at it just yet. See, this has forge light gray dye. The other one isn't added though. Why is it not added? Why is it not added? I have it in here, right? If I pull this back up, you can see my tags. Add to forge light gray dye, EFC light gray dye. What did I do? Didn't I have to do something with this? I feel like I had to do something special with fluids. Because I have my recipes. I have the one where we added this one. Fluid stack ingredient. Maybe this doesn't need a hash symbol in front of it. It might not need a hash. Wouldn't be entirely surprised. Slash reload. Okay. I'm sure there's no errors now. So theoretically, if I looked this up. Okay. We're close. We're very, very close. Except for the fact that I first of all, this is only 0.5 seconds. Okay, so it is in ticks. So if I'm doing first of all, if I'm doing 10 seconds, we have to multiply that by like 20, right? Because 10 is half a tick. Or half a second because it's 20 ticks. So that'd be what, like 2000? Maybe 2000 ticks is 10 seconds. No, 200 ticks should be 10 seconds. Okay. I just had to add a zero. I don't know why. I feel like I made that more complicated than it should have been. Maybe it's just not. Maybe it just doesn't take hash. Like it doesn't take tagged. It might just not take tagged fluids, right? Because if I add a hash in front of this, that means it's looking for the tag, right? And let's see what happens if I reload. I'm sorry, I didn't minimize. All right, we're gonna have to give it a second, so it's reloading. Okay, yeah. See, it has the error. Yeah, so there's where it says it can't take the hashes, so it can't. I don't think it can do. I don't think it can do like tagged fluids. So an easy way to fix this is I could just change it to be the TFC light gray, oops, dye. And then let's see if I slash reload. Oops, you guys can't see. Hold on. I'll give it a second. Wait for it to reload. Okay, so now if I check the recipe, oops. Now you can see we have the same recipe, except one uses the TerrafirmaCraft dye, and the other one uses the GregTech. And it looks like the kinetic mixer must index or reference the normal mixer recipes. So now you can see it's even with the kinetic mixer, it's allowing us to do that. So let's try that out real quick. One mixer, put that there, bam, bam. This is the TerrafirmaCraft dye, and there it goes. Okay, it looks like that works really well. Spawned in a sky island with no way down. Is there no water there or anything? I mean, it's probably better than dealing with the flood, to be honest. Let's see. What was I doing? Right, concrete. Concrete, baby. Okay. I'm gonna do this for all of the concretes, I think. Okay. Let's see, because my recipes same here. Because if we check the recipes, like, or if I check what I've gotten so far, see, I can make concrete powder. I can make that with the TerrafirmaCraft dye, but I can't make any of the other ones. It's just that one that has the extra recipe. So I would need to put in a separate recipe for all of them, but that actually probably won't be all that difficult. Well, I can't see what you guys can see at that point then. Hold on. Is that how that's going to look? That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. I've got it open up on a different monitor, so that's why it looks a little bit smaller. Okay. So I'm going to try to order these. Let's put in TFC dye fix. Okay, so we're going to start with, we're just going to copy this down, and paste this in. And we're just going to start going through, and we're going to do white and white. I should probably do, yeah, white dye, white concrete powder. Okay. And then our next ones should be easier. Yeah, because next is just normal gray. Let me put some, let's comment these better so that they're easier to find. White, light, gray. This one's gonna be gray, but gray. And then I just have to delete this part. The issue is, how about if I just copy that? There we go. Yeah, that's all lined up properly. This one's gonna be black. Da, 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 da. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Black. Black. Just give me just a couple seconds to finish this. I'm having fun, honestly. I'm gonna move these over actually. I kind of like it better like here. Yeah, so that they're kind of. I should probably move the whole thing over, right? Like that. I should probably indent the whole thing. Yeah, that looks better. And then let's copy all of this. Next one is brown. Yes, we're just gonna like kind of do this like 16 times. But luckily, once we get the hang of this becomes much easier to do. Red. Orange. Orange, you glad? I didn't say concrete powder. Okay. Orange, orange, orange. Yellow is next. Yeah, as you can kind of see, I'm just doing these like in order that they appear on the... Oops, that does not need to be capitalized probably. The order that they appear in the recipe book or in not CubeJS, JEI or NEI, EMI. EMI is technically the one. Lime. I gotta check though. Is lime an actual... Is it just lime or is it like some kind of like lime green? I gotta double check the names on this. Yeah, it's just lime dye. So lime. Keep hitting things. The issue is like the monitor that I'm having this on is also the monitor where I keep my OBS. So my mic is actually kind of in front of it is the issue. We're more than halfway through at this point. Green. Let's see. A cyan. And this is how you code. This is just a lot of stuff like this. Unfortunately, you do have to be like pretty specific. There's probably a way that I could do this with probably automate this a little bit more if I had the time, but I don't think there's much of a reason to do that when we're already... Not a huge amount we have to do. Double check the stuff. So then we got blue. Yeah, we only got like 4 more colors left to do. Blue. Blue. And then we've got purple. Yeah, then we just got like magenta and pink are the last ones. Purple. Purple. Okay, magenta. Did you know computers can't render brown as a color? There's like no such thing as a brown LED. I think it was like Technology Connections did a video on this. It was really interesting that there are some colors that computers just like, you just can't really render them. But because like humans, like, and our ability to perceive color isn't like perfect, you can kind of do some tricks to pink. Some tricks to make it so that people still see brown, even if it's technically not brown. Okay, so if I reload this, give it just a second. It takes a little bit of time to reload the messages. Hopefully we don't get, okay. 15 errors. It's probably all the same error though. Duplicate added recipe for ID. Okay. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Okay, hold on. I think I know what it is. I think it's because if you look at the you look at here, they have a string that they take as an argument for this function, and I just left it as a blank string. I didn't know what that would be. Hold on, I'm gonna change that one because I've done that one before. Okay, so let's do. I gotta do strings for all these. White. Yeah, let's just do white concrete powder, right? Yeah. Okay, let me just light gray concrete powder. Yeah, so I just gotta fill out these real quick. Gray. Luckily, since we've already typed these in technically, it doesn't really take all that much to do this. Brown concrete powder. Red. Orange. And since I've already commented most of these, so it's not too hard. What is this one? Green. And white, blue, blue. I just hope that this is, I probably should have tested it before doing it on all of these. But I'm fairly confident that this will work. Which, you know, is pride goeth before the fall or whatever. There's a good chance that this just doesn't end up working the way I had hoped it does. Okay, so now let's try reloading. Okay, reloaded with no errors, which means I give it a second to reload the recipes. So if I check now, I didn't do anything. Wait. Okay. Okay, so see what I did here. I'm guessing they already have a Cube.js. They might already have a Cube.js recipe added for the mixers. So what I've done by just naming it like that, it just replaced the one that I had. So let's do a slight fix. So now instead of just saying that, I'm gonna add alt underscore in front of all of these. And I just got this copied, so we just copy and paste all of these. This is the thing, because I'm not like super familiar with Cube.js. I'm not like the best, I'm not the best person at it. I've only done a few things, and it's mostly been through like, doing this, Modpack. So there we go. Okay, now let's see if I reload. I could have put TFC in front as well. Ah, heck, maybe I... Oops, wrong button. Okay, but now if I check. Okay, so this does have... You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. I don't like the fact that I don't like that it's using alt. I think TFC would be better, right? Because, obviously TFC makes more sense to label this as. What if I just did TFC underscore and then we just copied this and we just go through that process again real quick? Luckily, this part is super fast comparatively. Okay. Minus that. And reload. This should be, hopefully this is the last time. I don't think there's any other changes I want to make. No errors. Let's double check our recipes. Okay. Bam. Recipe. Okay, got that. Just gotta check real quick to make sure that all the recipes have 2 versions. And bam, all of them have 2 versions, one using the TerrafirmaCraft fluid and one using the Greg Tech fluid, which means now I can use the TerrafirmaCraft. Yeah, I can use the TerrafirmaCraft version for that. Okay. One last thing. This is just a minor thing. We gotta check our thing here because my tags. Yeah, we don't need this part here. We do not need this section anymore. You could probably suggest this as a feature on the TerrafirmaGreg Discord. I probably should. I'll be real with you. I need to join that Discord at some point. I'll be real. I do this kind of stuff pretty often. Just changing stuff on my own. So okay. That should all be good. We should all be good. We should be good. I can quit to the title. I can go to the single player. I can go back to my world. Oh boy, oh boy. That was a lot of fun. Fun coding adventure. It took us like 10 minutes more than I had expected. I allotted like half an hour for that, but it took us like a little bit more, but that's fine. We did some we cleaned up some stuff. Now that file that I had brought up. Oh, well, I'll do that in a second. That file that I had brought up is just one that I had. I'm gonna. Well, can I lock this? Is that okay? All right. I'm just gonna delete it. Remove. Yes, remove Kate. Okay. From my overlay. All right. Okay. We're good. Now I can go to my thing. Rhyolite, sand, and where did I put my barrel? Having a shotgun and a magnum. That sounds like it was probably going to be pretty beneficial. Why is chat not? Is that chat not up here? Okay. I'll ignore that for a second. If it happens again, I will question. But for now, I do not. Hold on. Where did I put the barrel that had the dye in it? Did I put it over here? Put it over here. Okay. All right. We're 3 hours into the session. So as it is another hour of the stream. Anybody, if there's anyone new watching, we do stay for 4 hours. So this is going to be the last hour in our stream. Fun times. So if there's anybody watching who isn't following, make sure you hit that follow button because it is very helpful to the stream. And we're only 3 away from our goal. But that's fun. Oh my god. Okay, I got this thing going though. I got it working. We got it working. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a something on the because I keep up with the what's that thing called? What's that thing called where where stuff happens? Where people put code. It's GitHub. I keep up with the GitHub every once in a while because like a lot of times if there is a okay, it is chemical bath. If there is something that like I like to keep track of like what kind of issues people are already working on. And so I really should keep up with that better. I need to join the Discord. I've just been lazy and not joining the Discord. Considering how much I do with this mod pack and everything, I probably should um keep up with them more. Okay, I'm gonna put these. We're gonna keep charging. I'm just gonna use this over here. Okay. Problem glass jump scare made me use my last pistol bullet. That's crazy. Hold on. I think my chat messed up. Let me reload chat. How do I? Is it not? Why is chat not showing up? Why is chat? Why are you chat? Okay, why are you not showing up? Is there not a button I can press? Refresh cache of current page. There we go. Okay. Hopefully that fixes it and makes it so that people appear in chat more, or that chat appears now. Okay, there we go. I don't get why this operation takes a whole bucket worth of water. I really don't. It's not like water is like a super difficult resource to come across, but like it's kind of weird that this operation just takes an entire bucket. But that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go over here. Okay, because I wanted to use this like in the courtyard area. Now let me drink some milk. Oh yeah, because I think this is gonna work really well in the courtyard. This area here instead of grass. I'm gonna take out a little chunk, and I'm gonna replace it with concrete, and we're gonna see how it looks, how we like it. Okay, I'm kind of liking it. Okay, because this area, it'll make even more sense once we get this whole area fleshed out. But like, this is supposed to be like a little courtyard in the middle. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's gonna be, I'm gonna replace like the areas in here too, and we might leave like, we'll probably leave like some grass behind as like for like little strips of grass, but I think this area here needs um to be concrete. If I haven't, I know I mentioned this before on other streams, but for anybody wondering, this is based off of a building at a university I went to. It didn't have a statue in the middle, but it would have been a lot cooler if it did. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. We're gonna get that eventually. That's one of the things we're working on. Speaking of which, I should probably finish out more of this area in general. I'm thinking. Okay, we need to get rid of this stone that's here. Yeah, let's get rid of the stone in the middle parts. Wow, this really is just stone over. Yeah. Oh. This might be where those people were coming from. I heard sounds of zombies and whatnot down here. Yeah. That's always a big issue when you're working on stuff like that. Sometimes you end up having to get rid of certain mods because they just don't play nice. I had to do that with a little bit. Yeah. This one is a rather small building from my university. It was a very old building, to be honest. But it was a really crazy building because it essentially had like it kind of had like what I've got going on here, where because this whole area is a 3x3 chunk area, three by three. That way we can have a good area to do our little manufacturing stuff in. And the building the building that was at my university, they had it had like these four like corners, and like the bottom floor was like the four corners were buildings that you could like walk into and go and all that stuff, and then like the sides were kind of open. These four corners, I think like two of them had stairs in them. One of them was a convenience store. And then like the second floor was where you had like the full on like actual classrooms and everything that went around the entire area. So that's kind of what we're trying to achieve here. It'll make more sense once we finish it. But that'll take us a little bit of time. Okay. I just got to figure out what I'm gonna do with this stuff because like okay, I'm working on kind of like figuring out the building, like the materials as we go, because I'm not like basing the look off of the look of the building. I like just the shape of the building is what I'm kind of copying, not necessarily the exterior design and whatnot. Well, I need a wood for this because I'm not gonna do stone the whole way. I might do these corners with the rhyolite. I might do those all the way up, but I need a wood that I'm gonna use. I want like a wooden slab. So like, what's gonna go well with this, right? These are the roof stuff. So we're gonna ignore these. It's just these ones, right? Treated wood, man, it's so annoying how good treated wood looks because it's one of the more difficult ones to make because the rest is just literally straight up trees. Like I like hickory. Hickory's one of my favorite woods, but I think it'd be much. I think it'd be a bit too much out here. Do we have anything else though? What else do we have? What other kind of slabs do I have access to? The reason why I don't want to do rock slabs is because they are very annoying and can like cause cave-ins. Is like one of the biggest issues. It causes cave-ins, which like reminds me of something. We were doing Cube.js already, anyways. I want to check something real quick in my creative world because I'm wondering why those stupid rock slabs cause cave-ins because they really shouldn't be. Like a brick slab, because like rock bricks, like stone bricks don't cause cave-ins, but stone brick slabs do. What's with that? So like, okay. Like one of these. Nice brick slab. It does look rather nice. So slash cube.js hand. Dang. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to look at this is because I wanted to look if it was tagged with being able to cause a cave-in. What is the raw brick? Raw stone. Raw clay stone. Does this have a tag for it? Yeah, see it is. TFC can start collapse. So hashtag TFC oops. Can start collapse. Okay, so I don't have necessarily an issue with like the smooth rocks causing collapses because we can do things about that. See, why have I've definitely mined brick slabs. I think it has something to do with the fact that they're vertical though. Because every time I've had issues with things collapsing, it was because I was using vertical slabs. But these aren't this isn't this isn't what I care about. None of these are the slabs that I was wanting to use in the first place. I was wanting to use like brick ones. Or maybe it was because I was using smooth ones. Okay. Well, that confirms some sort of suspicion that I had. Can collapse. Ooh, maybe that's it. Wait. Wait. Let's see. Can collapse. Ah, okay. I get it. Okay. So the brick slabs. Actually, it's only the cracked ones that can collapse. Huh. Okay, well, there's a good chance that that might just be intended for that to work that way, so I'm not gonna touch it because I'm not 100% sure exactly what tag I would have to remove in order to fix that. So we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with the punches here and figure out what's happening. Okay, but slab, right? Sorry, I want to use the wood slabs. Maybe chestnut. You think chestnut? But the contrast, it contrasts too much. Hmm. Hmm. I could do chestnut. I could do chestnut. I'm thinking. I think chestnut's a good one. Chestnut's a good wood. Let's get some chestnut slabs and see how that looks. Can I make? Can I make? How do I make? Do I have like a better recipe for chestnut slabs? I don't know. Something you always have to check with this mod pack is, did I unlock a better recipe at some point? It looks like the answer is no. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same recipe. Okay. I have rosewood. Would rosewood look good? I'm kind of thinking rosewood might be too much. Let's take this treated. I'll take these. I'll take these just in case. But I don't think I don't think that this is going to be a good idea. It might be though. The treated wood looks so good. It's really not my fault. See, look, I could do rosewood is easy. That's not It's not bad. Treated wood. Man, it does look good though. That does look really good. I could also do wattle, right? I don't necessarily have to do the slabs. I like doing the slabs because it adds that bit of depth to the building, but we could also do like wattle and like stain it. But I'd have to get a lot of dye in order to do that. Hmm. Hmm. Maybe let's try out some chestnut though. Let me put some of this stuff up. I'll go chop down a chestnut tree. Wait, no, I have a chestnut log on me, and that'll be enough to get us some slabs, I think. Yeah, it should be enough to get some slabs. Plants. Plant. And I'll put up some of these diorite. Diorite. Can't wait until we get access to better storage later on. I mean, like I've done. I think I feel like I've done a pretty good job of storage so far. Like it's not like everything is like just randomly placed in barrels. There's some attempt at an organization here. Some. What did I come over here for? I need the thing. I need to chop this. Chop. Okay. Chestnut lumber. Chestnut planks. Chestnut slabs. I like the chestnut. It's a good looking wood. Okay. Chestnut. I like that. I like the way this is looking so far. I like this. Chestnut. Chestnut wood. I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's doing a pretty good job. I think if we get some smooth, some more of that smooth rhyolite. Do I have more rhyolite? Rhyolite gravel. No. No, I have the smooth rhyolite. I don't think I have another stack though. It's probably in here. I had the raw rhyolite, which we can go and make more in the rock crusher. And my batteries are probably done now too. I think I've killed some time. Rock Crusher. Rock Crusher is a device that makes rocks. Obviously. Why would it do something else? Alright, we got fully charged batteries. How much more steel do I need? I need some steel. That's probably enough. It does 12 operations, so this should be enough. Plug the batteries in, and off we go. Steel time. Alright, give me that stack of bricks. I need like a barrel in here that I leave raw blocks in so that I don't accidentally use up the last one of a certain type. But I guess let's just do that as well. I'm pretty sure these get made in the laser engraver, yeah, so that's not something we have access to yet. So I do have to use the chisel for now. Wob 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 wob. Wob 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 wob. Block block block. Okay. Alright, the inside's looking good. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do all the round parts. All the parts over here. All these corner bits. That was a lot. I didn't realize I would use up all of that. Okay, let me go grab some. I'm gonna grab another tree, a chestnut tree. Drink the milk. Ugh, my character's getting hungry again, but I have some chocolate on me. I think we'll just eat the chocolate. There's our beautiful chestnut forest. Okay. Yes. How much stuff? How much? A lot of stick. Just plant another right there. Okay. I go and I go and I oop and I go and I chop up these logs. Logs. I'm pretty sure it gives me the same thing if I do it on a cutter or the mechanical saw. So a mechanical saw, like, doesn't use up stuff for us, though. It doesn't use up energy. What am I going to do before the end of stream? We got half an hour left in stream. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do before we end. What's my goal? I guess my goal is to make those energy hatches and maybe a couple other things. I'm actually at the point where I can probably start working on like the actual things for a little bit instead of building. I got into the building a bit. Let's yeah, let's check the thing. Okay, you're done. This is done. We have 12 more steel, which is going to be a pretty good amount of steel for us. Okay, what I need is these need to be I need low voltage energy hatch. Okay, so all I need is these low voltage coils. That's what I needed. I need the fine steel wire. I need 32 fine steel wire for this whole thing. Put it on a 3, and I need 4 ingots done. I only had 2. I only had 2 of the steel left over. Okay, I need those cables too. I thought I had more cables on me. Did I put them up somewhere? Hmm. Hmm. Cable. Mangrove lumber. I could have done mangrove slabs. No, I think what I've got now is pretty good. I think it's a good amount. I think it's a good thing. Okay, need more cables. All right. Let me go. I'm gonna go put up some stuff. Okay, I'll put the rest of this in here. Let me go put up a couple things, and then we'll make some more cables out of tin. I need more tin cables. A lot of those things. I need a lot of those. A lot of cables. A lot of tin cables. It's you know it's a bit of a constant. Although I'm pretty sure we're about to start using more. What do you call it? We're gonna start using more copper cables soon. Now that we're in medium voltage. Although, did I show you guys this? Like, I got the map filled out a little bit earlier. I think there wasn't a whole lot of people watching when I did this part, but look at that. Isn't that cool? I got a map now. If I die, I lose it. I'll have to make a copy of the map or the atlas so that I don't lose it. Oh, let's eat a little bit of chocolate. Mmm, delicious chocolate. Okay, that's good. Let's go. I'm gonna fill this up with some water. I know. Actually, I'm out of milk. I used up all the milk that was being stored in the fields. I'm sure Adora, whenever she comes back, will be very happy about that. I also forgot to open these up. And I'm just going to open these so they can refill. And we'll wait. We'll wait. Oh, I never did check to make sure that the bladder recipe still works. And it does. Normally you can't use that. Normally you can't do that. You can't just make bladders, you have to kill animals for it. Which I thought was a little So I just added an assembler recipe. What was I doing? Energy hatch, cables, and cables. Okay, I'll turn 8 of these into wire because that'll give me 16 wires, 16 cables. The wires, I mean, it's technically I turn it into wires and then you jacket them, so then they're cables. Okay, where's my rubber? There's my rubber. Polyethylene, drum, rubber. Okay. Coil. I guess this also just goes into the assembler. Wait, I didn't need wires for this. I needed wires for the other step. I didn't need the wires for the the coil. Right, yeah. Okay. What do I need? I already got the 2 magnetic rods. And this has to go into an assembler. So I guess we'll just wait a second while this finishes out. Man, our final count for like the number of frames that I've dropped. We're up to 4.7% of frames dropped this stream. 36,460 frames. Which, you know, I'm glad we didn't have to shut down stream because sometimes the internet gets too wild for us to continue streaming, but I've kind of found out that it tends to not have issues for more than like 5 minutes at a time. So if I just take like a 5-minute break when stream is messing up, it seems like it works out pretty well for me. Let's go. There we go. Okay, okay, okay. Fine steel wire and a magnetic rod. Okay, there we go. Coils. What did it just do to that? Oh, well, I did need one of these, but I wasn't expecting it to do that. I'll be honest. Just does that? Okay. I need another one then. I need another one. But we did need this maintenance hatch, so it's not like it's a bad thing, right? This maintenance hatch is required for like pretty much every multi-block structure in this. My kingdom for more steel. Dang it. Dag nabbit. I need more steel. Steel plates all around. One wrench. One machine casing. One low voltage machine hull. Coils. Cables. Was there like a specific recipe for this? Or was it that? How do I make this? Oh, okay. There we go. All right, 2 low voltage energy hatches. Okay. We have our low voltage energy hatch and our maintenance hatch. We do need a muffler as well. And I think, yeah, low voltage is fine. I don't think there's any other versions of the maintenance hatch. Actually, there are. Wait, but these are different. These are different things, which I assume fill different roles. So we're not going to pay attention to that. We do need a muffler. Output for the machines and any waste recovery. So that's fun. Okay. Well, I need more steel. Lo and behold, the need for steel is great. Let's see here. Anyways. What else do I need? See, I need these. What the heck are these? Output hatches. We need hatches and buses. One of each. Output hatch. So the thing is, we can't actually use the ultra low voltage output hatch for these. It seems. I tried it. I tested it. I should probably test it again though. I'll be real with you. Let me go. I'm gonna go out into I'm gonna go into creative real quick to double check and make sure that everything that I'm doing in here will allow me to have this thing work. Because I built this once in creative. I've never built this thing before, so I just want to make sure that if I can save on the different things. Because see, here's the thing. Here it is. And it's using the ultra low voltage. Yeah. I have done this. So like if I put logs. Oh my god, just give me 32 logs. I don't think these normally wait, these aren't these aren't things that I can have naturally. I can't have these aren't I need the TerrafirmaCraft ones. Where? Natural blocks? Yeah. Be in here probably. Yeah, there it is. No. 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 Log. There we go. Yeah, I don't wanna use things that I don't wanna use things that are not TerraFirmaCraft, just in case. But like see it's going. Yeah. This is fine. Yeah, it's got the muffler hatch, LV energy hatch, ultra low voltage machine casing. It's outputting wood tar and charcoal. I don't think there's any issues with this. This is just fine, right? Yeah. I can use the ultra low voltage versions. Okay, just confirm that. Double check, make sure. Don't want to build all this stuff and then realize that I can't even use it. That would be tragic. An absolute tragedy if that were to happen. I would cry. Big salty tears. But speaking of which, how does this work? Yeah, it does require medium voltage. 64 EU per tick in. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can't go any lower. So it, like, requires medium voltage, like, to be powered by medium voltage, which is why we made the... We could have technically made, like, 4 of the ultra low voltage energy hatches, but I don't know why we would do that instead of just, you know, doing it the way I'm doing. Okay, but I can make these ultra low output hatch. I'm gonna need like 4 of these ultra low voltage machine hull. Ooh. Ooh, this is easier. Red alloy cable. Okay, it does use red alloy. Let's make 4 of these, so I will need 32. I don't know if I have 32 wrought iron lying around. I do, actually. Exactly enough. Which we're going to need some more, but luckily wrought iron's super easy for us to get. Okay, and it should be wrench. Okay. And then I just need to add these with some red alloy cables and polyethylene. We're out of polyethylene again, though, aren't we? Yeah, I'm out of polyethylene. Need more polyethylene. Like, a significant portion of this is also just making polyethylene. Which, like, I'm not complaining too bad. It's actually... I'll be real with you, it's kind of fun. I was kind of complaining a little bit about polyethylene before, but I kind of think... making polyethylene is kind of fun. Okay, what we need is... We need naphtha in the first place. This is the part that's a little more complicated, though. Okay, that's what it is. We need to crack the fuel. How do I make sulfuric naphtha? Okay. Oil. Oil. But I also just have this light fuel, so I might as well use it. See, because I can hydro crack it. Hydro cracking is probably the best thing for me because I have a lot of, yeah, I have a lot of hydrogen. Yeah, we're gonna do severely hydrocracked. Hold on. What is this? Severely 200 millibuckets into 40 millibuckets. Wasn't there a better recipe? Lightly hydrocracked. So it's actually better for us to only lightly hydrocrack it, isn't it? Because it's 200 millibuckets into 40 millibuckets, but if we only lightly hydrocrack it, unless there's like a difference in like the amount that we can make. Yeah, because this is 50%. This does 50%. But it's probably the same way for the severely cracked. What's this? Lightly steam cracked. This is bad return. We want this recipe, I think. Unless severely hydrocracked. Yeah, it's still 50-50. So like there's no reason to do severely hydrocracked. So let's do lightly hydrocracked. Chemical reactor on a 1. Yeah, okay. And then we take our light fuel, put it in here, and hydrogen, which we have so much of. Okay, I'm gonna try to get a bucket of this then. Yeah, so we'll do another round. Actually, what do I do with this? Wait, no, it just goes in the distillery. Wait, I didn't need to do... I just needed the 1 bucket of the light fuel. I need 2 buckets of the hydrogen gas. Okay, so this I can take to a distillery. And it is... I could also do it in a chemical reactor. Wait, no, that's sulfuric naphtha. This turns into... Yeah, on a 1? Just a 1. Hey, there it goes. I got a drum that already holds naphtha. Let's use that.